Alright guys, so yeah, welcome to another live stream where we have Gruul playing Mythic status. We took Gruul to Mythic, so also let's talk about the MTG Arena Open Fallout. And we can talk about that. I have over 8 hours of footage of gameplay. Yep, we're Mythic with Gruul. We took it all the way to Gruul, so we took it all the way to Mythic status. And so, well, it's not the best starting hand we've ever had, but oh well. So I hope you're having a really good day. That's a better hand. Alright, then we'll put, let's see, here we are, return a card, don't we? Nope, put that down. So, anyway, I hope you guys are having a really good day with this one. Alright, so we're playing versus probably Johnny Sacrifice. So yeah, so we played with, there's 8 hours of footage that you can see that we played in the MTG Arena Open. And we played with a lot of different decks, and I recommend that you go through that video. It's unedited, so there's nothing. And also, if you ever see bannings happening, which will happen tomorrow, you'll see all the gameplay from really good play. So, hey Raphael, hey, it's going good, man. How's it going? I haven't slept yet, man. I don't know if you've seen the Twitch, and I've had like several hours. I've been up literally since all night since now. We took Gruul to Mythic status, which we're in now. So we're playing the 1400. But yeah, so the Mythic Open was, or excuse me, the MTG Arena Open was that's gonna take that. So that's the thing with Rakdos, right? The thing, and so well, we can only do 12. He's got this. He's got lurrus. Well, we're taking a huge gamble here. Good game. Yeah, he's got it. But, for the main tournament, you know what, Raphael, I ran so many different decks, so what I did is I ran, so in that, I give that haste, good game. So we ran a white deck. We went 3-0 and we almost went 4-0. And that was really strange, and that was a really epic match. I don't know if it's within that 6 hours. I have a video that's at 6 hours of it, and it was a really crazy match that we had. And then okay, so this guy, he's playing just straight up a Rakdos. And then we played with Teamer Adventure. We went 0-2, and literally we went on a 5-0 run. And literally, I'm not joking, came down to 1 mana on the last turn. That's why I left everything up. It's because, like, if you or anybody wants to see that footage, that is, it's you're not going to see gameplay like that. I mean, like, real gameplay. It's not edited. It's not a highlight reel. It's just, it's crazy. So what we've seen was a lot of Fires of Intervention, of course. We've seen Winota at high levels, both. I would say 35% equal. Then they also had the high win rates, and that was really weird because that was in the best of 1. So, yammering here, and I'm not paying attention. So we're just gonna run this. But so that's what we saw, and Teamer Clover, that deck has a lot to be said for it. Not getting the best hands, but okay. Rakdos actually, for us, with the regular Rakdos, performed the worst. That was the worst deck. So, and I even said that in the video, where even when I was playing with Rakdos, I said, you need to play with Act of Treason. And you see what our opponent did there? He actually played with Act of Treason. So, because Act of Treason gets the big creatures, right? You know what I mean? It gets our big boys, and so, like when somebody drops down to Yorion, you just snatch it. If somebody casts Agent of Treachery, you just snatch it, and well, that's been the first form, but also putting an Act of Treason, I thought was really the adjustment. So we're gonna have to sacrifice this. So this is like what honestly people should have been running. This Rakdos right here. Yeah, he just made a sacrifice a creature, so this is tough matchup for us. Yeah, but you know what, Raphael? We got to run a lot of decks that weren't premier decks, and the fact that we were able to do that and go on 4-0 streaks, 5-0 runs, we're getting demolished in this one. But, and the fact that we just took Gruul, I mean, you look at the Gruul deck we evolved in, and if you look at the decks, Raphael, like Cynic Ramp, I did that, like, back in February. You know, we took Cynic Ramp and we kind of messed with it, and then we did the same thing with some other decks, but this one, we're getting our butts beat straight up. We're getting our butts whipped. But I think the answer, really, with Fire's intervention, isn't that you stop Fires. We're doing the wrong thing. Once I stop doing that, you stop. It's Grafdigger's Cage. You stop Lukka. Good game. We got smashed. But it's Lukka. All that return to nature, try to get rid of their Fires. They only have 4 creatures in their deck. Agent of Treachery. That's it. So you cut off them being able to search with Grafdigger. It's a wrap. They still have Fires, and that's something that has to be dealt with, but got whipped. Yeah, Raphael, I would not be shocked that it Act of Treason. I said that right. I mean, you can watch the video. I said that I was doing that live. I said Act of Treason has got to be played in this deck. And I thought that was the failure of Rakdos. I thought that was a failure. And I felt if you just made that adjustment in the best of one, that Rakdos deck. But yeah, in the best of one, everybody likes to drop like us. You know, Gruul struggled in the best of one too. It's like a 500 deck. Alright, we'll Kira, Orphan Guard. And then I tried to a lot of Fires decks. So I think the open was everything that we expected it to be honest with you. But it was shocking to see that those decks performed at a high level at the best of one. the Pound Town. Well, Raphael, I'm sponsored by Wizards. I don't know if you know that. So I don't, anything I say though, on this stuff, I just say, like, I don't speak for them, and everything's hypothetical. But I can see a situation hypothetically. This is no insight. I have no side knowledge. I have no nothing. But hey, look at Domber's ambush. Look at this stud. Look at you. Some Gruul on Gruul action, right? G-R-U. So, yeah, Grafdigger's Cage just shuts down Lukka. You know, just creature cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield. Plus, it stops Euro Titan Nature's Wrath. It stops actually, you know, Bird Brain me. We were playing versus a Rakdos Sacrifice deck versus Cauldron Familiar. Yeah, they can't enter the battlefield with this. So this is just as Slave Fire. Yeah, Raphael. I gotta watch what I gotta watch, like, you know, my opinions. But honestly, if a hypothetical situation were to happen, what I saw was a high percentage of Winota decks on turn 3, in the best of 1, and I saw a lot of fires. And that's something that we've seen, but this was... I never really had to worry about Winota because we play with Gruul, but, like, you know, that Arbor Grazer turn... Okay, so that Arbor Grazer turn 1 is just crazy. But what I would say, hypothetically, again, being sponsored and all, but what I would say is that I can see the hypothetical, not my opinion, just, you know, hypothetical situation would be, the cheapest would be Agent of Treachery, Winota, because Agent of Treachery is like $2, right, in real play. So this is... Alright, so... Yeah, you know what, we'll do that. But I can see where the cheap option would be Sky Nomad, because it's like sitting at $3. Speaking of fires.
We won't answer our names.
So this thing's like... It's pretty good. I used to play with that, but... Well, now pass a turn, attacks. Okay. I can see the cheapest option if there is a banning would be Agent of Treachery. Whatever they attack us with in this game, I'm just joking. You know, Agent of Treachery.
Are the many.
Winota. And Sky Nomad. That would be like if they were gonna do, if there's like a mass banning and it's cheap, because Sky Nomad's like $3 right now. It was like 10. Just not too long ago. So I think that would be the cheapest option if they're gonna do, if there's gonna be like a mass thing on that. If not, I mean, honestly, are we having this conversation if Winota and Fires was, you know, so I don't know. I really don't know, but like hypothetically, one can make an argument that would I be shocked if we woke up and Sky Nomad was banned? No, I wouldn't. But I personally don't think I think Sky Nomad has really helped out a lot of decks. Again, when we played in the Open, when we played on the MTG Open, again, there's like, again, you know, 8 hours of gameplay that you guys can go watch. But when we, yeah, we're just gonna play a good game here because we're just getting our butts kicked. Actually, we started at it. But same thought process as everybody else. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if, you know, we I just want to kill this and then we're just going to kill it. But I wouldn't be shocked if we woke up and there was like a mass banning and it wasn't Fires itself. It was just like Nomad, Sky Nomad, Agent Treachery, and Winota. I wouldn't be shocked at that. Or if we woke up and they banned, say, Fires, I would be a little bit more shocked, but I wouldn't be super surprised. Would I be shocked if they just did Winota? I don't know. But I can see all those scenarios. These are all hypothetical, of course, but so we're going to game 3. Slayfire. Again, Grafdigger's Cage really makes the difference versus that. I cannot stress that enough. I'm going to push that really hard versus Lukka and the Fires. You shut that off, it's a different story. Alright, so we're just going to play it. So we're seeing Gruul, right? I mean, you know, Gruul's making a comeback. I mean, it's a Gruul on Gruul right now. And I think we tweak this as far as we can. I don't think I can make any other adjustments to it, or, you know, we're main decking shifting seratops. And that's kind of the cool thing, is because the format is a lot of blue. So you can now main deck shifting seratops, and now we have so much more on the sideboard that's open. Like now there's so many slots that open up because of that. And Gruul's kind of now been, you know, it gives Fires, we can outchase Fires turn 1 or game 1. Yeah, you know, you'll have that shuffle or something goes at times. It's just shocking to see we're just 2 Gruul decks now. Because the format has really pushed, you know, what you're seeing right now. It's not a shocker that you have 2 people that are Mythic status playing Gruul. But yeah, so it's just, yep, this is another thing too. Raphael, you remember me talking about this card? I said this has to be played in Gruul. Is this guy watching me? No, I'm just joking. It's like... I was like, you have to play with that card. It's like... Draw a card, activate this if you control creature power 4 or greater. It says every deck. It's like every deck in Standard. It's a really good card. Overlooked. You draw a card if you have a creature 4 or greater. So like it screams a Gruul. So it's very good for those times when you. I mean, even on our mono white deck, you know, that I went on a 3-0 stretch with. Alright, so this is the hard part with... Here's the I have Embercleave attack. Yeah, you have to block it, but... Yeah, Yeah, it's very rare. I was like, I wonder if he's a follower on here. Because I'm like, not too many people play with this card. I've been talking about it, but I'm like, I haven't really seen it being played too much. He's gonna have to double block it. Yeah, so we'll just kill that first. Just take one creature at a time. So this will die, this will fall down. Sure. Take 0 damage, we'll cast. Draw a card. And then put this on because we don't know we're drawing next turn. Just keep it going. I don't want to say good game too early. I don't want to sound like I'm cocky. He's got one card. That's a pretty good card to get. Yep. So the thing that could save him is Dahmer's Ambush, like right now. If he somehow got that. But yes, I don't think Sky Nomad personally is a big deal. Yeah, I don't know what he drew. Because he's gonna die from that. I mean, that's instant death. So, ambush. Well, the shuffler's like, please play with Embercleave. Yeah, it's just enough. -1. Good game. Oh, they must have reset everything. Alright, so we finished Tier 1 Mythic, Limited. We finished... how many? I think I did like 10 drafts, right? So that makes sense. So here's the rewards that you get. And then that's where everything resets. So, for example, if we play a match, we're in Platinum status, but we're playing everybody in Mythic, right? So everything kind of like resets itself. So kind of in a weird way, we're playing everybody still in Mythic rank. So, yeah, so that tournament, but I would tell people, really go back to my previous video, 6 hours. I also have additional 10 hours on Twitch. You have 6 hours of footage. So if something gets banned, I'll just hypothetically say it, if something gets banned, you'll see why. And we play with multiple decks. I don't think there's, I want to say this, I don't know if there's anybody on YouTube that has 8 hours of footage of one tournament of gameplay while they're playing it live. I don't know. But if you're into that, I have it. Sharknado boosters opening. Oh, we're gonna keep. Okay. Turn a card. We'll take 2 because we like pain. I don't know. So we're playing Yorion, Sky. I don't think this hype. So one can make the argument that this isn't not the problem. I didn't really feel that Yorion was really. I think it's a dead giveaway to what you're playing, really. Now that you if you sideboard properly, Grafdigger's Cage, you shut down Lukka. They can't fetch for Agent of Treachery. They can't recur creatures through Elspeth's Conqueror's Death. It gives it away. They're playing blue-white control, or they're playing fires. I mean, it just gives it away right off the bat. But I do think this card helps other decks like Sultai Control. I think it helps out. It helps decks that were falling off the grid kind of creep into that top 10 area. It helps that. Yeah, Raphael, I did. Everybody has to match. Yeah, I did. I mean, I battered the crap out of it, and you know my yapper. Like when I play, I'll tell you the percentages. I'll say, okay, I'm playing with 24 lands. That's 40% of our deck. This is this, this is that. All right, so he's playing blue-white control. Probably no, he's playing Bant. That's okay.
Sorry, I'm late.
Well, forget a green land.
There was nothing.
Yep, it's right on cue. Johnny on the spot. And the thing is, too, I think a lot of people
Really should
try
have
to
seen that
kill
coming.
Teferi when he's just a decoy, really, in the Fires deck. He's a decoy. I mean, if he's sitting at 1 loyalty, and you got combat damage, I'd go after the player. Oh, it sucks. Alright, so this little thing. So you look at the top 3 cards of their library, separate them into 2 face-down piles. Put one, so, yeah, jeez. Alright, so browser. Well, I don't want either, but I don't want the type. I don't want, here, I'll give him that. Does he take the bait or does he take the shark? Ooh. Sultai control, like, so, this is a... Well, here, let's shoot that. Let's rush this out. Paste. So understand all these guys are mythic, because remember, all these guys are mythic status. Because at the beginning of the video, everybody was mythic, and then everything converted back over. So everybody playing this is mythic right now. You're looking to get 3 absorb in real life, Raphael, or on MTG Arena? We're playing, yeah. So, I played so many matches, I forgot. So, do understand people that are just entering? Yeah. So at the beginning of the video, we were at Mythic. We're playing Mythic League, and then everything converted back over, so all these guys are Mythic, but we were playing Mythic League at the beginning of the video, like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, Grafdigger's Cage. I don't know why people aren't talking about that. I've been harping on that for like 2 weeks. It just shuts down lukka. Big time. I think too much is pay attention to the fires and just shut down the lukka. I mean, if they're just going to run, like I said, 4 creatures, Agent of Treachery, that's it. Shut them off with Grafdigger's Cage. They can't search their... They can't get it out. And they have nothing for enchantment removal in their deck.
Let's slow this down. Let's try this.
Alright, we got options. So we're gonna bring this out.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
But yeah, the crazy matches when we played Team Adventure on the MTG Open, we went 5-0. We went on a 5-0 run. I was like, And it literally came down to 1 mana. 1 stinking mana. You know what? Let's draw a card. Oh, you can't play physical Magic? Yeah. Oh, we got Ether Gusted. They'll take that action. We'll draw a card. We'll draw it out. So. It's like that. That card's so annoying. Yeah. Actually, let's run this out. Paste. That. See, I don't think Yorion's that bad. I don't think he's a Sky Nomad. I don't think that's the issue. I didn't when I was playing in the open for all those hours. It didn't really bother me. We got free options on this guy. And then, look, protection from blue can't be countered. So, Sharknado. He might have a Casualties of War. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Yeah, Raphael. Yeah, and I'm glad you're starting to build your collection, you know? I like watching subscribers go from, you know, just drafting to... And again, everybody right now in Platinum status, again, guys, was Mythic status like 10 minutes ago. We're all in Mythic. The conversion happened again. But yeah, if you just look at this deck, I mean... I'll get to the gameplay, back to the gameplay really quick, but when you... edit, I guess. So you guys probably like that view. Yeah, so when you can mainboard 3 shifting Ceratops, and because everybody's playing with blue, pretty much. And understand you can give this haste and trample, so this is real benefits. And then the sideboard, I mean, you know, 3 Return to Natures, Mystic Repeal, but when you have Grafdigger's Cage, you don't even really need to board in Return to Nature versus their Fires, because that type of Fires deck, they run off Lukka to Agent of Treachery. You shut that part of their deck down. I mean, you're dealing with Fires, but they don't have Kenrith or Cavalier of Flames. They don't have that. So, yeah, you have to deal with Fires, but once you take that out, it significantly impacts the deck. So I think that this is like way better than boarding in all this and all this. But it's there for Wilderness Reclamation, Destiny Spinner, creatures and enchantment spells you control can't be countered. And then we just have open slots for Slay Fire, so this can turn into like a burn deck a little bit. So I'll pop back off. Raphael, I don't know if you saw it. So anyway, if you guys want to follow me on Twitch and also on YouTube, I help people. I try to give arena codes to people. So all you have to do is subscribe. If not, just feel free to drop a like. But subscribe on YouTube, and then go ahead and follow on Twitch. I think the Twitch is in the it's not in the description. It's just Derek _Roberts_MTG. And that way, on Twitch, I can actually give codes to specific people. Because I think the longest code I've ever given out has lasted 10 minutes. It's like, once like 3 people get it, it's gone. Good afternoon, Scott. Thanks for commenting. Well, yeah, we don't take that. The shuffler's like, you know what? You were in MTG Open. You made it to Mythic status. We're tired of you. I'm joking. That can go. Gosh. That sucks. But yeah, so if cards get banned and you want to see gameplay, I had to go back to that video. It's like I had 6 hours of footage. Then I had 10 hours on Twitch. So it's all there. So if something gets banned, you're like, why did that happen? Well, there's live footage. I'll just leave it at that. Throw spiral. Bonus reclamation. Let's shoot. Alright, so this isn't all of his lands untap and we can't get 2 mana. It happens. You know what I thought I'd see at the Open? I thought I'd see a lot more reclamation. I thought I'd see a lot higher percentage of that. And I think this is where he just hits us. With a lot. Sure. So in this deck, you want to reserve those return of nature stuff for this deck. Yeah. Not much we can do, but try it out. Yeah, even Grafdigger stops Euro Titan, you know. But our recommend the 2 matches that should be watched in that 6-hour footage of the MTG Open that we played in is the white deck. On the 4th match after we won 3-0, we played versus Lurrus, and that is a crazy match. It's just crazy. And then our teamer deck where we went on a 5-0 run, and we played Fires back to back to back. It was like Fires of interventions. Oh, okay, Fires. Okay, nope, Fires again. Good game. But those were 2 epic matches. The last match, the 4th match of the white deck, and the 5-0 run with the teamer deck. Those were incredible matches. We both lose those matches, but they're incredible. Okay, so this guy's playing with. So this is where we get rid of Domri's ambush. We do board in the Return of Natures. Mystical Repeal. Now, say if he was playing with, Fires, obviously Grafdigger goes in. And we just gotta hope for more than 2 mana. I would probably, yeah, run that. We got 2 land. We'll take it. Get a mana, we're back in the game. I think. Oh wow. Well, let's first attack with these 2. And that's why you never tap out first. You always declare your attacks because you just never know. Well, actually, he's just a 1/1. Actually, I'm gonna let that go. I can do it. Sakura. Alright. Well. That wasn't nice. We're still not getting late. Well. I guess we just attack for 2. Yeah, I sleep. I just... So... bonus reclamation. I'm like, look, oh, Gruul. We made it to Mythic status. And it's like... in Mythic we do well, and then it's like when everything converts back to Platinum, it's like 2 lands. But I think our teamer match and then MTG Open, I think the best of one, the Fires versus teamer. Yeah, there's no way we're getting out of this game. I think that match lasted. What? We've got 2 lanes. If you're just joining and you're wondering what happened to our lands, we're wondering the same thing. We're just... This guy's just showing off now, right? I'm just joking. But yeah, our Team of Reclamation match at MTG Open versus Fires, because we got Fires 3 back-to-back games. We beat it twice in a row, and we got it a 3rd time. And that match, single-handedly, like, I think both of our timers were ticking down, and that was in the best of one. Like, I mean, at this point, you just bring him in as a blocker. This would be so nasty if we got Ether Gusted, which we did, and we have to decline. Got no land. We have more questing beasts than we do. Oh, we have just as many questing beasts as we do land. But the deck that gave us the biggest fit was Winota. I mean, I never had to worry about Winota. That deck is like on point. And again, everybody, this is so at the beginning of this video, we're playing in Mythic League, and then everything converted over. So everybody that we're playing was part of the Mythic League. Now they're all in Platinum. So it's like literally just 15 minutes ago. Yep. Okay, I never really say people's usernames, but 50 children. Yeah, Raphael, my goal for MTG Arena is to get to 1,000% vault progress. Are you talking about the vault, like the 100% vault? Red. There we go. White. what really was horrible at the open in day one was red. Red deck wins with Obosh Primancer as their companion. I mean, it was very underwhelming. Because I personally think Rakdos can tear that deck apart. They can just like steal a creature, Witch's Oven, because everything can be claimed the firstborn, basically, in these types of decks. Board wipes. The 100% Raphael? Yeah, I haven't opened it. Nope. I'm trying to get to 1,000. Why not? Steamkin. Yeah, that has to die. We're not gonna block because we can't block. Murmurok Knight says it can't block. So they have Fervent Champion, Scourge Spitter. Hey, we're supposed to Ember Cleave. Alright, our turn. Alrighty then. Now, if he's got Torbrand, then that's gonna hurt. It's gonna be really bad. Devastating. Yeah, I don't know what it'd be for 1,000%. We could take the 4. Here's the tricky part, right? So if we don't block this, we take 4. We'll be down to 4. But our Questing Beast will die. So now he can Rimrock Knight this, and we're dead. Or just do that. This will die because it's got First Strike. There you go. And that's what he did to us, Slay Fire. So with red deck wins, you actually don't need 3 shifting Ceratops, and I think Domri can go in. All right. But yeah, but like I said, for people, like I said, there's 6 hours of us playing the MTG Open, and then there's another 2 hours. Then on Twitch, there's 10 hours of gameplay solid. So between all that, you kind of get to see what decks work, and I think that's kind of cool because I played different. I played different decks, and I think it's cool for people to see. I could have played Fires or Winota. I can build any of those decks, and but the thing is that I think it's kind of cool because you get to see how different decks competed at a high level. So, I was kind of kicking my butt. I was like, man, I probably should have just played Winota or Fires. But then I said, you know, I went and got the footage for people. I mean, most people don't relate to Fires of Interventions too much. Unless you're playing it. Fires is a really simple deck. It's pretty simple. What? But it's a good deck. I mean, Fires is a good deck. Smacked in the face for one. Fire. Red deck wins versus Gruul. Got a Fervent Champion. Light up the stage. Usually he's... No, nothing. Well, let's attack first. So he shocks that. And these Lovestruck beasts, even as a blocker to their Embercleave in the Torbrand, really help out. And in it. And we want to drop this guy down and put up some big walls here. Just put up a big wall. Yeah, okay, so he's got Embercleave. Knowing he's got Embercleave. More than likely he doesn't. So we could deliver 10, 12 back next turn. A little short. Go for it. Which one are you picking? So, we're one short. Because we can go in for 10, bash him for 12, but we're one short. And we'd have to take everything to block the damage. It's going to go through this. He'll go 6 to that easily, 6 to that easily. See, watch, like we're just a hair short right here. Yep. We were gonna lose that anyway, so it's no big deal. Not much to block. Everybody was on that Pyromancer, or excuse me, the Obosh in the open. So this is like the Rakdos deck that did, I'll show you. It just fell flat, this thing. It didn't do well. So you have Obosh, the Pyromancer. Let's get that out of there. So, claim the Firstborn. As I was saying, Raphael, when I was live at the MTG Open, I was kind of sketchy to go live because there's one time I was actually live streaming a game, and it was one of the players that watches on here. I was playing them, so as I was going through the hand, they were actually. So I was kind of like a little sensitive to live stream everything, but I just said, you know what, screw it. So, Active Treason, as we saw when we first got on here in Mythic League, he was playing this with Active Treason. Well, anyway, I say that because in the live stream in the MTG Open, this was the card to really perform well, I thought, because it snags any creature where this is like relegated to 3, and that's good if you're playing small decks, but this thing just like, because this takes their Sky Nomad and just you take it and then they sacrifice the Witch's Oven, or you take their Agent of Treachery. You know, it's just, so it gives Rakdos like really good ways, and if they take your creature, you can just steal it right back and bang them with it. So, and I felt that this is where Claim the Firstborn just completely fell flat, like right on, like just boom. But overall, if that adjustment's made, and you know, Rakdos will definitely a slide up in there. Then we went to Rakdos. Here's a deck that shocked the crap out of me. We went 3-0 straight, and this deck shocked the crap out of me. This is exactly what I ran. Let me get this out of that view. Raphael, what view is better for you guys? I don't know if it's this. Okay. But this deck did pretty good. Oops. If we actually grab this deck, we get a land. Fable Passage. Yep. I see this played quite a bit.
You call it anarchy. For me, it's just another day. There'll be nothing but dust when I'm done.
A Gilded Goose fights our human. And I wasn't paying. I made a mistake right there. I should have. plus Dark Human, and that would have died.
I was raised by wolves, so they might have also just been big dogs.
So you pay 2. You can remove a counter and you fetch for a land. So it's a pretty good card.
Any skirmish you can walk away from, right?
Shifting seratops, get the counter, protect the blue. Seemed like he was playing Teamer. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of live footage of the MTG Open. I think it's my last video, 6 hours. 6 hours in that thing. Actually 8. But yeah, I think we answered if Gruul could be a top 8 deck. Yeah, I mean, going Mythic. Straight with it. You know, straight through Platinum, Diamond, straight to Mythic. Just fine-tuning the sideboard. Those tend to do better, where you sacrifice 2 permanents, deal 10 damage. That really works because they just create a bunch of food, and it's kind of shockingly really good. Yeah, we're gonna kill the bird. Yoda goose. Reasons because we have this. Thanks. So he's got Risen Reef, killed his goose. So yeah. Dun dun dun. There was a lot of this in the MTG Open. Oh my gosh, myself included. Some intense matches where every decision just like focused. Especially like that like 1 hour match that I had with Fires. Oh, that. So yeah, luckily we prepped, like, so I have a whole series of, like, go to my channel just hunting for fires. So that's what I like doing, is grabbing a deck that isn't mainstream, but you focus it. And maybe our guy lost connection or something. Yeah, it sucks. Okay, no, he's still there. Just deep spot. But he had a lot of that a lot of very detailed decision making. Off? Yep. So you can pop this guy. Just kill this guy. That came in just in the nick of time. So this reads, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 on target elemental you control. If you control 8 or more lands, draw a card. Whenever Omnoth enters the battlefield, deals damage equal to... That'll get bigger. Okay, so we have to shoot that. So he can have a target creature fight another creature.
That's the sound of a stampede coming straight at ya.
Well, this is seeing a lot more play.
Oh, I wish you could see your face while I'm beating you.
Alright, so before this is out of hand, so devotion has to be less than or equal to 7. So even bashing one of these, so he's got how much devotion? 2. He's got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So even bashing one of these creatures, he's still gonna have 7. So we can't really go in with Embercleave. happens to the best of us, man. Transfer that. Office and come in. Office.
I'm bold as a brushwag, so brace yourself. My friend, stop.
Ooh. Nice. He's got a nice little teamer theme. And we draw Paradise Druid. Alright. Well, can't attack. So let's put this out. Take 2 damage. Alright, well, like I said, if you guys want to follow, on Twitch, Dare to but it's basically right here. So what I do is I'll try to give codes out to
I
people that are
love
subscribed
making
on
new
Twitch.
friends.
That follow on Twitch and also on YouTube. And we're just getting beat right here. But this is the kind of cool. This is I like this back as we're gonna get pummeled. And we're not gonna quit either because I like this. Like the odds of this happening to this guy all the time. It's not gonna happen every day, so we're just gonna let it happen. And sometimes in Discords too. And we're just top decking land. We'll challenge each other, so he could be like doing a challenge or something like that. So I'm not gonna quit on this guy. Yeah, well that's what it is. Yeah. You got it. Yeah, but I think, yeah, so we're just gonna... Yeah, we'll just take it. Let's see how much damage it equals. Good game. Alright, so... It's 1-1. Game 3. He's got the Euro Titan. Again, that's for Lukka for Fires Interventions. That's for blue-white control. Creatures can't be countered. I think we just run it. So I got this guy paused. What am I gonna do? Yeah, so one comment. Yeah, you got it right. So for like people that subscribe on here and follow on Twitch, you might be able to see it on the screen. But I try to give out free arena codes, so people that are subscribed on here and also follow on Twitch. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Because on Twitch, I can individualistically send a message or a code, arena code, for you to boost your collection. On YouTube, the codes get sucked up so fast because if a couple people use them, they go away. So I try to do that for subscribers and followers. The goose. So when you see it go to goose, you just really just want to kill it. And choke them off in mana. Yeah, well, that's... Yeah, you got it right. So let's drop this. Draw a card. Seratops. So we have 2 in hand. Another building. It's all about that life. It's your life. Don't blame them. Well, let's not show we have this, so... Well, actually, let's bring this down. This so Pelt Collector, you can read all that, but realistically, if you just bring a creature that's in bigger, it gets +1/+1. If a creature dies that's bigger than this, it gets +1/+1. So that says protection from blue, can't be Teferi Time Raveler, cannot be countered, can't be Agent of Treachery. Alright, so let me do something really quick. So yeah, so do something really quick. So if you, okay, yeah, the one commenter got it. So here's, let me see. When did I create that? All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I usually do this for subscribers. But if you go into the comment section, let me just see something for a second on my end. Be 1 second. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a code in the comment section. So, what I do for followers and subscribers, and so if you subscribe here, and there's a commenter that actually put my Twitch, thank you, I was actually going to do that, but, I was playing a game, live match, I can do it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop, because it's the MTG Open, like we played in that for a while, so I don't know if this is going to come on the screen or not, but I'm going to drop a code that you're going to want to suck up fast. And it's right there. And it should have popped up. If it didn't, okay. So that's the code that you're going to want to go to your store. Just pop in right here like this. And you go to the redeem area, and that's how you do it. And by the way, just for people that don't know, this is not one of my codes, but this is just a general code. Play Ikoria. It's just a general code. Oops. All caps. That will get you 3 free booster packs from Ikoria. So that has to be all capped. But I put a code that should build your collection right in the comments. So I don't know if you can see that. Also, I think Wizards does this is a great deal. I'm not being promoted to do this at all. I just haven't done it. But one time, so what they do is if anything, the buy off of MTG Arena is the one-time purchase where you get 2,500 gems, 5 packs for $5. So you're saying like, what are gems worth? And I think there's like channels that try to break that down, but honestly, you don't have to. The math is done like, so 750 gems is $5. 600. So it's just very simple. 750 gems equals $5. So basically, when you get this on the MTG Arena website, you're basically getting 15 bucks worth of gems and 5 free booster packs. And I make a whole video how to boost your collection really quickly, and I would spend your gold on your booster packs. But yeah, so the code that I gave in the comment section, you want to put that in here. Yeah, and then let me see quickly. I'll paste that. Then right there's the Twitch. Alright. From home. So right there's the Twitch that I just kind of been doing. So if you subscribe here and just follow on Twitch, I always treat YouTube as like my home, you know. But if you subscribe on YouTube and just hit the follow on Twitch, that way on Twitch, I can deliver a code to subscribe and followers. I think that's they have a way, Twitch has a way, it's just simpler. YouTube used to be able to do that, and they changed away with that. So it's been kind of rough for that to do that. So, but yeah, if you want to see some of the MTG Arena Open, like I said, certain cards that could be on the chopping block, some of the top. I mean, this is all hypothetical. I'm not speaking for Wizards. It's not my personal opinion, but these could be arguments. Is that Winota and Fires was to me played at a high level of play. If you go and watch the 6 hours of the previous video, were in live gameplay. That was live, so that's unedited live. I recommend, if you're gonna check out that video, is that you go to if you're gonna check out that video, I recommend that you go to where we play with a white deck. We start off 3-0 in the tournament, and we played a lurrus deck in the 4th match, and it went pretty far. And then I'd also recommend that you go to the Team of Reclamation deck, where we started off the day 0-2, but then we went on a 5-0 run, and then the next match got really interesting. Just 2 matches that you can't recreate. That's the reason why, like, I left some of that stuff up there. You just can't recreate the stuff that happened. It's just you'll watch it and you're just like, I can't believe that happened. So, if you've got some spare time, extra time, and you want to see some matches that are live, that are real, that are played at the MTG Open, there you go. Alright, well. Oh, okay, Raph. Oh, you can't get it? Yeah, there's and you probably don't get pre-release. Do you get pre-release kits? Because you probably don't, because you said you don't have a game store near you. This could be one of the most annoying cards. I mean, sacrifice 2 other creatures. Any number of target players each lose 2 life. Sacrifice a creature, add 2 mana. See that act of treason? It's just so much better than that claim the firstborn. I mean, you see that right there, and that's what separates the Rakdos from playing horrible to just being. Dang it. That's the difference right there. This is the better Rakdos. I like this Rakdos. Raphael, do you still get booster boxes? I don't know if you're still in the chat. Alright, Domri. We don't need all that shifting Ceratops in this matchup. Do we want to go Domri or Return in Nature? And get our Witch's Ovens. I don't know. We either board these out and put this in. We just let it go. It's a tough matchup for Gruul. Rakdos. Never goes well. Play first. Keep 6. But yeah, so I wonder what's gonna get axed tomorrow. Attacks. If we have more cards in them, they take the top card and look at it. So, yeah, no land. But I was really shocked at the open. Not getting land at all. Oh, bring it back. Does he even? All right, yeah, he's gonna take it. I guess we're just gonna bring this out and just have something. Oh, okay. Oh, and he just took our thing. This damage. Yeah, we have to take it. And he's gonna sacrifice it. So he's gonna slap us in the face with it. Sacrifice that. Sacrifice this. Sacrifice a creature ourselves. Guess the 1/1 can go. Finally get mana, but it's like at a bad time. Yeah, Raphael, that's a tough deal. If your nearest store's only yeah, it's a tough deal. But I guess that's what makes MTG Arena, Raphael, pretty good, because you can play, you know, I mean, if people don't have local game stores around them, they play on MTG Arena. I remember in roleplay, I was sitting next to somebody who kept on missing their draw steps. They kept on missing their draw steps, and I kept on telling them, like, are you missing something? And they were so used to the MTG Arena shuffler doing everything for them that when they got to real play, they just weren't used to it. Well, this is yeah, Raphael, I like, well, I'd say whatever version, so, like, they, like, because I'll show you the deck that a lot of people ran at the Open, and this is what I ran, this is what I ran, and, this was the worst deck that we had. Shockingly, Teamer, like I said, we went on a 5-0 run, we started 3-0 with this deck. That was a shocker. This mono white deck starts 3-0. And Teamer, like, these were the shockers. You know, the things that, like, this performed is just awful. Just I mean, on paper it looks great, but when you don't have, like, Claim the Firstborn is so underwhelming. Act of Treason was really the real deal. I mean, it feels right. This was very good versus mono red, but mono red was just it just didn't do well, and all the board wipes that are available in the game, it's just, I think Fires really had the edge on that one. Like our light deck, I could try to run it here. Okay, Yorion Sky Nomad. Let's see what's up. But, so, I don't think this... Look at this. Leyline of the Void. So, if it's your opening end, you can cast it. If a card would be put into a graveyard anywhere, exile instead. So... Yep. All the letters on this. So there's 21 enchantments in this deck. And this can't be blocked by creatures power 3 or greater. So big creatures, it can't block it. It's a lifelinker. Hush Breaker. Yep. So whenever we gain life, put +1/+1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control. Target gains lifelink till end of turn.
Trust me.
Well, let's get to
You'll thank me later. I'll protect you.
I wonder what else he has. 2, 3, 4. Let's take Hushbringer out. Yeah, Raphael, did you say you were in like the medical field?
I heard you had some. You beat me this time. Bravo.
Oh, I've done the hero thing.
This thing actually sees played in Modern a little bit. So it's +1, exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. You gain 2 life. At least 1 creature. So, and then you can exile target non-land permanent with mana cost 1 or less. But then it's -5. It deals damage to target player equal to the number of cards that player owns in exile. And that card's been seeing a little bit of play here. So we have devotion to only 3. I'm gonna drop this down.
I protect those who cannot protect themselves.
This is plus is -1 ability, so
Friendship is the best cure.
do that. So this is the deck that we ran in the best of 1 that started off again 3-0. I just thought I'd get off Gruul a little bit, but we ran Gruul to Mythic status after the open. So literally, I have not slept in
Here we go.
36 hours.
I'm really good at banishing things.
So he's playing. I don't know what he's playing. Let's try that. The reason why we're playing that is because it's almost gain life.
Friendship
That on
feeds the
put
soul.
counter on him. Next. Oh. And you just do that. So they can choose odd or even, and it'll die. So he chooses to kill. So this is what he did. So, another void.
Might be a bad idea.
So this thing,
You're not welcome here anymore.
alright, so this is the crazy. Alright, so in the match, if you look at the 6-hour video, I think it's, I do, this should be the MTG Open, should be the title. This card right here, whenever one of your creatures you control without flying dies, return to the battlefield under your control with flying counter. So it's literally, it just recurs. He's got a -1.
We thrive thrive when we support one another.
So I don't know what this is. But this.
Bye.
I will fight. I will rid you of your corruption.
Sorcerer Spyglass. And he can just choose a Johnny Strength and Pride. A little bit.
Farewell, and thank you for the lesson.
Again, I left the MTG Arena code for people if they want to see it in the chat. You have to scroll back.
I know my responsibility. Trust me, I have a plan.
Yeah, so this card performed well.
The fight is not over. Heroes, rally to me.
Want something banished? Funny, that's what I do.
This is gonna be a forever game. He's at 210. So he cut off a Johnny Strength and Pride. I never thought I'd say this. It's nice to see an Esper deck. I don't miss playing Burst them, especially when we're just playing in the best of one right now. But okay, we'll take one.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
And he's got the Sky Nomad, so he can literally just flicker everything.
If you are going to fight, fight beside me.
So we'll gain one life, and whenever we gain one life, we'll fucking put one counter. Oh, so you use the code. It got you a 4/5 troll. Oops, let's give this. A 4/5. So the code that I give you, Raphael, I'll give you on Arena. I give you a 4/5 troll. Yeah, I never thought I'd welcome Esper back.
That's more like it.
This is a graveyard. Here's our exile. And he just cast a nomad flicker. Oh.
I hope you've said your goodbyes already.
Oh, green troll. Yeah, but yeah, Raphael. Yeah. It. I mean, let me see. Let's draw this card. Sharknado for 6. We have a 7/7, a 6/6. The Johnny's cut off because the source is Spyglass.
Call for reinforcements.
So, 26 to 36.
I'll protect you.
Want something banished? Funny, that's what I do.
And this is what the Sky Nomad also helps out, not just a fire but if something were to happen to it, say tomorrow, I don't know, hypothetical. It kind of Sky Nomad helps decks
For yours.
in a good way. It helps some decks like get over, like some decks that you forget about, like Sultai. We'll use this. We're seeing it used in Esper, which is so one can make an argument maybe this card isn't the card to
Prepare yourself,
I like a
Heliod.
good fight.
I have killed
Notice
one
I didn't
god.
say
My
fair.
hope for peace is gone.
Alright. So we're still 36 to 29. Okay. Let's drop this. Raging Light. Like that. Okay, so we actually might get somewhere. There's a chance. Let's try it. We'll swing that way. Is that 2, 3? Is that 1, 2, 3, 4 open? And we'll swing that way. And I don't know what's gonna happen. on that. Put on that. So it's 34 to 33.
You just let me know if you're up for round 2.
No, I'm good. We'll bring this down. And the turn. So we have an 8/8 whenever this attacks. We gain 1 life. Whenever any creature
Courage
attacks,
will
that's
bloom
white.
in
They're
all
all
who
white,
seek
so.
justice.
Yeah, no blocks. Shark Typhoon. Okay, this dies. Alright, well, this is why we have this in our deck. We can draw stuff out. But before I do that, let's just really put some... That 8/8. I don't know. All right. I was trying to get a life link. Card. Perfect. So this is when you draw a card if you have a creature 4 or greater. It's really good. $30 to 27. So all this to be here.
Together, we can exact justice.
Ooh, that's a big loss. Then you can flicker this.
You will meet my gaze again.
Welcome back, Esper. Esper has been hiding for a long time.
Done wrong.
So if you're
The
just
time
joining,
to fight is
this
now.
match has been a while. If you tell by our board. But it's nice to see Esper control back. I can't believe I'm saying that, but this does not help. Yep. I think they have enough.
I will do my
So
best.
if you guys want to check
support
out,
you.
like I said, the Gruul deck, you want to check out the beginning of the video. You want to check out the beginning. Again, the Mythic cycle just turned. So everybody that we're playing is in Mythic League, but it's a new month. Like it just hit. So at the beginning of this video, you'll see that play, the Mythic play. So the Gruul deck that we want Mythic with, and I keep on harping this about this, is the sideboard. Grafdigger. Creature cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield. So everybody has the problem with Lukka, right? The fires. Well, his -2 ability, right? So you can exile like a 1/1 or an 0/4 goat, and then bring in Agent Treachery. They, fetch it from their library, put it in the battlefield. You can't do that with Grafdigger, because creature cards and graveyards can't, and libraries can't enter the battlefield. So that stops Teferi Time Raveler, it stops Cauldron Familiar, it just stops so much. So I don't know why this card isn't being, like, really pushed, but it's 1 mana, it's an artifact. It's one of the simplest cards in the game. So that really helps out the Gruul deck big time. Because Gruul isn't an aggro deck, and it's not mid-range, it's somewhere in between there. And that's where the aggro deck kind of gets a little funny. It gets a little finicky, because it doesn't really, it has like a home somewhere. But the one thing is, with the format that made it the way it is, Shifting Seratops can be main boarded now, and it can't be countered. You can give it, it's got Pro Blue. It can't be Agent Treachery, it can't be Teferi, it can't be countered. And it does everything that you want. Trample, haste, reach. So it just fits the Gruul deck. Questing Beast is still a really great card, and don't underestimate Embercleave. And we won so many matches with Embercleave and Questing Beast. So, this deck performed at the Open as a 500 deck. But it got us to Mythic lead on MTG Arena. So understand, this deck is not a best of 1 deck, right? So I have decks on the channel that I'll tell you they're good for best of 1, and they're not. I mean, I'll just flat out tell you. So the Gruul deck is not going to be your greatest in the best of 1. It's really when you start kicking in that sideboard, and we really dialed it in, right? So you really want to say, when you play Fires, don't be so concerned about their Fires of intervention, right? Because you cut off that lukka, they only have 4 creatures in their deck, plus the companion, the nomad, right? So you just cut it off. I mean, you cut a third of their deck off with 1 card, so this. So they're still going to have that, but versus blue-white control, creature enchantment spells you control can't be countered. So that's pretty good when you're playing Gruul. And so it kind of looks like a wonky sideboard, but it's really, we're targeting really heavy towards specific decks that we think we're not good at. And so that's really the thing. Yeah, Raphael. Yeah, Esper. I know. When I seen, it's kind of shocking. I'm like, it's nice to see Esper. It's crazy to see that. It's really crazy to see Esper control. And nice to see it. Now this thing just, if it fires, it fires. But if it doesn't, it's horrible. But it's like, if we were to actually recreate a best of 1, like that would be neat. That's a sky. And the one thing too we have to consider now is people might start to be adjusting for what they think is going to happen possibly tomorrow. And there could be people just playing with the nomad saying, no, we're not going to... Because we have yet to see a Fires deck this whole entire video. So we did have a Fires. We had, it was Gruul Fires. But people might start trying to experiment with decks. Well, he knows I have this. Yep, one of these are dying. Death to the Keruga. Yikes. Brazen Borrower. That is actually really nifty. I don't think I've seen somebody do that yet. Yorion, your Knight of Autumn. Still not getting mana. And this is how this deck, it's not this bad, but at the open, this is how this deck kind of, it was, when Adventure can get everything, it looks, it's like, why doesn't everybody play this deck? But then when it misses, like when this deck just somehow misses, it looks bad. You can never count this deck out. But we do need green mana. Something.
Let's slow this down. I've got it.
Well. We got a pocket full of green cards.
Let's try this.
Well, fires can make it everywhere. Alright, so we finally got a green mana. I don't know. Whatever. Beggars can't be choosers, so green. Green. Yep. 2 1-1s. And drop it. I feel like every match has lasted quite a while. It's like forever matches. That shall do it.
No, I am not making this up as I go. Now what?
Attack. Cloud Eraser.
Sorry I'm late.
But I think with our Gruul deck, I think we're done hunting for fires. Let's see. Split it out. Trying to think anything on our sideboard that will get us out of this jam. Or at least see what. Can't even wrath it. I guess we'll take that. So we're starting to see, I think, people playing with different versions of fires, because we played with Gruul fires in Mythic. We ended up beating that. It was Gruul versus Gruul. But I think this might be in response to what might happen tomorrow. And I think people are just testing out, which makes sense. By the way, like I said, you guys go ahead and check out 6 hours of live gameplay that I had on the MTG Open. So it's just literally just like 6 hours of just gameplay. We did different decks. Like I said, I think the best one was the white. We start off 3-0, and then Reclamation, or excuse me, Team Adventure. We went on a 5-0 run, and there's a big match. Like the Fires match, we went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So, my disdain for Fires of Intervention, I guess we'll just kill it with that. He's got Kenrith and a loader. So we're not going to live through this. But it was a good game.
Don't worry, I got this. I can no longer stand by and watch.
Yep, so he's got this. Alright. Alright. So again, everybody that was at Mythic status is down to Platinum. We made it Mythic Tier 1 with the Gruul deck. And I would strongly encourage this. It's a really good deck. So that's the one thing that we did. So far as the MTG Open is concerned, yeah, I still like to thank also the players that I played against and also those that you know, went further, because you know they're still I think we had more gameplay just because of the number of decks that I tested, but those who just, you know, Fires was played pretty heavily, and Winota was played pretty heavily, and those are the decks that really also were played heavily, did well. So they not only were they played, but they did really well. So I think that kind of gives a little snapshot. You'll see that throughout the entire, should be the video previous to this. Just go to the channel, just type in MTG Open, and you just go, boom, it'll be right there. That's 6 hours for you just to look at, and you can go through it. It's live, and that should really help out, I believe. And that also will give you perspective too. I think if something happens tomorrow and you're saying, well, why did that happen? I think you can go through the 6 hour video, and I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not going to speculate either, but I'm saying is you'll be able to see in really what decks played like when things were on the line. So you can see that as well. So, yeah, so the decks, the Rakdos that did pretty well is the Citadel. Not this version, though. So, you know, Clover, for us, you know, we had that streak of 5 wins in a row. And so, you know, I neglected not to play with Fires or Winota. I could build it easily. But I decided to go a different route. In a way, it was a little disappointing in some ways, but in other ways, there is video that we're able to get that you're not going to get. It's just, there's like 2 or 3 matches where it was just like, this needs to be seen. It was a really good match, like it's like a best of 1 going back and forth with Fires of Intervention in a best of 1, and literally our clocks on the best of 1 are starting to tick down because we're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So, you know, it's interesting. But I think anybody that really played Fires or Winota and did some good play testing, so they don't make too many mistakes, you know, you're easily going to slide through. I think you're going to slide through pretty well if you don't make any mistakes. So it's just knowing the deck, because now we know the deck because we played versus it. Like, just look at the channel. Hunting Fires of Intervention. We're looking for it. So now the one deck that we did try was right here with Simic Flash. Now this is the deck that does really well versus Fires, right? Because it has Quenches, it's got Negates, it's got Brazen Borrowers, Mystical Disputes, Sinister Sabotage, Frilled Mystic. So you can just sit back and just counter stuff. But the problem with the deck is obvious. Like, really good Rakdos, this deck suffers from the Simic Flash. So it's good versus Fires, but it's not the greatest versus the rest of the field, because Rakdos it gets better and better and better. So that kind of gives a synopsis of everything. This video is a little bit longer than what I intended it to be. I just intended it to be really quick gameplay for like an hour. What am I on now? Yeah, we're on 2.5 hours. So what I really like to say is that you know, far as the decks are concerned, it was everything I think everybody expected it to be. But I think Gruul, if you're looking for a deck to really get you through, like, Platinum, and you can kind of, like, cruise it through Diamond a little bit, it was a little rough. You'll go back and forth. You'll ping-pong. You'll win. You'll lose. You'll win. You'll lose. You'll win. You'll lose. And then Gruul tends to go on, like, on a little streak because of the way it runs. It's just it's got a lot of hasters, the way that I run it, and so it's really, you know, when you start to go up against some decks that are just not, it's just got everything that you want. Like I said, it's an aggro deck. It's not aggro, but it's not mid-range either. It's like somewhere in that middle. So it struggles versus Rakdos, the Gruul deck. I'm not gonna lie, it's just Rakdos. It struggles versus. In the best of 3 versus Fires, this performs very well. Like, I'm not saying it's a guaranteed win because it's Fires, but you can go with your Gruul deck to a Fires match and say this. You can go in with confidence, not cocky, but you can go in with confidence with that. But, you know, you have to have the 4 Ember Cleaves, you have to have the 4 Questing Beasts. I think you have to even have the Spell Breakers. I mean, personally, I think if one thing was changed in this deck whatsoever, I don't think this could make it to Mythic. You just can't with this. You're not seeing too many people play Gruul. I mean, it's just... You're seeing them play Gruul, but like Fires Gruul, stuff like that, but you're not seeing them play this Gruul. And there's a reason. You have to really... Every card has to count and has to be right. And, so I think those that really spent the time on their decks, going into the open, playing the Fires and Winota, I mean, it's hard not to do well with that. You'd have to make a few you'd have to either get really bad matches or just you just make mistakes and not know the deck. But if you know the deck, it did really well. And it was really played. So, Rakdos, there's different versions. There's like 4 different versions of Rakdos. So, I guess the takeaway from the video is I just wanted to show you that Gruul could be a deck that you can use that can get you to Mythic rank and just show you some Mythic play using Gruul. That being said, in the first like 20 minutes of the video, everything reset. So people that were at Mythic status went down to Platinum. Those in Diamond probably fell down to, I don't know, Silver or Gold or whatever. But everything reset in the like kind of like 20 minutes in the video. But it was nice. We captured a couple matches where we lost, we won, and we went like 2-1. So Gruul's really good in the best of 3. I don't think it gets enough push. But again, it comes down to really the sideboard. With the Grafdigger's Cage, with Mystic Repeal, Destiny Spinner, Domri's Ambush. I wouldn't even play this deck if it wasn't for Domri's Ambush. I wouldn't even play it. So every card in this deck, I just want to say this, it matters. It's just, I think we've tweaked it to, if Esper comes back in, then I would board one more Vivien in the sideboard because all the board wipes, Vivien's really good. It produces a 3/3 creature. And you can also look at the top card of your library and cast creature spells from the top of it. So it kind of replaces Oko in a weird type of way. I think people forget how Oko was used. Oko was used right here. So Oko was used in such a way where people just remember him elking people. I'll turn your creature into an elk. But people don't remember also that this created elks for people. So against board wipes, destroy all creatures, this pumped out creature. So it was kind of the antagonist to control decks. Well, Vivien kind of does that just without elking other people's creatures. gives you a beast that looks like an elk. So I don't know if that was Wizard's joke, because that looks like an elk beast. But anyway, it acts like that, except it costs 5 mana instead of 3. But you're able to look at the top card of your library as well and play with it if it's a creature. So it does have all that stuff. Little things like Destiny Spinner, Grafdigger's Cage really matters for this deck to really fire, because when you're against blue-white control. So I just think the Gruul deck, like I said, you can go check out the videos, and again, feel free to subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, so what I do for subscribers and followers is that sometimes I'll give out codes for MTG Arena. I did that in today's chat too, in the chat. So, and that's what I do. So if you want to subscribe to me here on YouTube, follow me over on Twitch. You can go ahead and do that. It's just on Twitch, it's Derek_Roberts_MTG. It's just the way Twitch has you write your name. And so I can deliver codes to followers on Twitch, and it's directly. YouTube, you can't do that. So I'm gonna do both, but yeah. So benefits of subscribing is you get notifications for live streams, and they're just kind of chill and fun. Sometimes we play competitive, but we loosen things up as well. And I'll be doing a booster box opening, and then also, like I said, I try to help people out with codes and stuff like that every now and then. So, yeah, and then you get gameplay. So that's pretty much Magic the Gathering in itself. And I'll say this, Magic the Gathering isn't life, even though there's life gain. So, you know, the real thing is that, you know, play responsibly, obviously. And on top of playing responsibly, I'd probably say that, you know, it does help people get away from stress, some stressors and stuff like that. And for some people, it can even, you know, reduce their anxiety, whatever you're going through in life. So, it is a card game, understand that. But you know, we're in 2020, so you're playing online, and it's great that you're able to, you know, watch streamers or, you know, people that you like, and also play the game yourself. And you can kind of take ideas from people that you know, that you enjoy their gameplay. So hopefully one of those is me, and if so, subscribe. If not, drop a like. That always helps out the video. So anyway, with that being said, I think Gruul deck, we have hammered this like crazy. We've done like an entire series on the Gruul deck. As far as the MTG Open, a variety of decks. It was a variety of decks. Obviously, the decks that stood out are Winota and Fires. Jeskai Fires in particular, because if we're talking about Fires of Intervention, we have to say what type. And so Fires really stood out. But that being said, there was variety there. So that's good too. So congratulations to those that played in the Mythic, the Open. And also for those that you know, did well or didn't do well. So that's really it. So again, feel free to subscribe and follow on Twitch and drop a like. And so anyway, with that being said, on that note, I'm going to kind of close the stream up here. But again, the whole goal of the channel is for you to be the best version of yourself. And probably not is the best way then is with a picture of Oko on the screen. So that's the whole thing. I just want to see you be the best version of yourself, whatever that is, wherever you're at. We have a lot of drafts of Ikoria that you can check out. So if you're new, coming back to Magic the Gathering, I'll drain. If you're wondering about the mechanics, they're on the channel. Understand videos that are earlier, like the summer of last year or like in the fall, the quality may not be as good. you'll see throughout the videos my quality gets better and better and better because my setup has changed slightly better, slightly better, slightly better. Just like anything that you do. So, I hope that you guys really enjoying the videos. And again, feel free to subscribe and follow over on Twitch. And I'll put that in the description. I put that in the comments, but I think somebody else did too. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a really good day and evening. Let me see here for a second. So I'll just end with that. And nope, not the one.
Something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club.
All right, buddy. So that'll be it. So again, I just want to do one quick wrap up, and that'll be it. And then I'm gonna get off here. And I should be the next thing. So first off, I'm gonna talk about myself. So anyway, so realistically, the takeaways I wanted to tell you that So there's Mythic gameplay of us playing with Gruul, and you can see that at the beginning of this video. The second thing that I really want to say is that the MTG Open I think was I think it was great. I think it was great for Wizards to do. So I think it was a good event. I think it was successful. I think there's some things that can be improved. Maybe the best of 3 could be just the format itself. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it was a great experience to play in. I think a lot of people enjoyed it. And so I think that's like the whole takeaway is that, so from this, so for the video's perspective, the video went a lot longer than I expected. I thought it was going to be like just maybe an hour, maybe like 40 minutes, maybe tops 30. A 30-40 minute video, and I realize that people probably aren't even going to hear the end of this, but what I do want people to realize is that number one, you can grab a deck like Gruul. It doesn't have to be Fires or Winota, and you can grab it, and you'll see a lot of decks in every single top 10 or top 8 tournament, and you'll see that one deck that kind of slides in there, whether in February it was blue-white control that slid right up, and then you had Teamer Adventure slid up there, it slides up a few times, so you'll see decks just come out of nowhere and kind of slide up, and so I think Gruul has the potential to, in the best of 3, to slide into certain places. And so that's definitely a deck that I've shown you that can take you to a Mythic status or not. Now, it doesn't have to be Gruul. But, so that's one thing I want to show you. So, yeah, we have Mythic play of us playing Gruul. The second thing is, without Fires of Intervention, like just Gruul. Just flat out Gruul, no Fires, no like Gruul Fires, just Gruul deck. So, you have that. And then also, too, like I said, for the MTG Open, again, there's 6 hours of gameplay. Well, actually, there's 8. On YouTube, there's 10 hours on Twitch. So, we ran a lot of decks, and I would refer you to look at a YouTube video that's on the channel. It's about, I think, 5.5 hours long. And I don't recommend that you watch the whole 5.5 hours because that's too long. But just scroll through and kind of just see what decks. And that might give you a better idea to help you if you play with one of those decks or you want to play with that deck. So I think what I'm trying to say in the short term is simply this. It was a good experience. Far as, if there's anything that's going to happen tomorrow, so this is May 31st, June 1st, there's probably going to be some... there might be some, there might be a ban here or there. I don't know. If there is, then you might see a reason why in the gameplay. I'm not saying something's going to happen. I'm not even saying it's because of any type of gameplay. I'm just saying and then you'll say, oh, okay, because maybe, you didn't get a chance to, like I said, I personally went live. And the reason why I did that, I wouldn't like to go live for the most part. And the reason why I did that was, number one, just because. And number two, we capture some really good moments. Some failures. There's a lot of failures, but some really good moments. So I think that will help out a lot of people. So again, thank you for your time. Subscribe, like, and tell me what you want to see in the comment section. So that'll be it. Yeah. So thank you and have a good day. Or night. Whatever day you're viewing this at.